Alright everybody, welcome back to another turn of Operation Montagnard. This is going to be turn 7 for the Japanese, July of 1939. Before we get into it, a few minor bits of housekeeping. First off, I think we have not rolled for the Vichy recruit from last turn, but I'm not certain that that wasn't handled because the Parisian Bank and the Vichy income were neglected during the recording of the German turn, but are accounted for in the save, so I'm not sure if this was taken care of either. So I won't be rolling it, but I will leave the marker in case it was neglected, so that someone who knows more can confirm or deny that. Also, I went ahead and made these Romanian ships German. Just don't want that to be a surprise to anyone. Just be aware that those do exist. And also, I replaced the damaged rail icons with Scorched Earth, so no one thinks they can be repaired. I'm only pointing this out because the Scorched Earth icons that we have here are really big, and they won't go any smaller. So, if someone else has smaller Scorched Earth icons somewhere, maybe you can go through and edit it once more to make things look cleaner still. Alright, let's get straight into the actual Japanese turn. I have the tech rolls set aside. I'm rolling for improved factories and heavy armor. Needing 8 for armor, 7 for factories, and I get nothing. Oh well. Okay, for the buys, I'm buying 2 Marines, 1 Airborne, 4 Infantry, 2 Cavalry, and a Militia, 431, which clears the bank. Alright, on to movements. I have no combat moves to declare, and there are no points where a rival nation could declare war on me, so let's just get straight into non-combat movements. From Hope, 2 infantry and 2 cavalry are going to board a pair of naval transports and then disembark into Nanking. I'll clean that up in a bit. The artillery and infantry from Hope that remain are boarding another naval transport, and they're moving 1, 2 into P41, where the infantry and artillery are disembarking into Annam Tonkin. There we go. The Marine from Hope is boarding the A destroyer and moving 1, 2, 3 into P50, and the Marine is disembarking into Siam. And these were the naval transports that were used to move the 2 cavalry and 2 infantry into Nanking, so they're just staying in that sea zone until they go in port at the end of their non-combat. I'll go ahead and take care of that now. So those 2 transports will be going into port in Nanking, and that'll be right here. Alright, okay. Furthermore, the remaining naval transport from the Yellow Sea is moving east by Kyushu, where it is joined by the naval transport from the East China Sea. They will both be picking up 1 Marine and 1 artillery from Kyushu, and then all of them are moving back into P32, 42, whatever this is, P42, where the ground units from Kyushu are disembarking into Nanking, and the naval transports are going in port. Alright, very little left to do. Okay, so from Hunan, the airborne is going to walk into Nanking, and it's going to be replaced by an infantry from Nanking walking out into Hunan. From P-42, both fleet carriers, both carriers, so one fleet carrier, one light carrier, and one tactical bomber are moving 1, 2, 3 into I-42. And they are going to be joined by the 2 tactical bombers from the 18th Air in Korea, flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. The fighter, which started in P-32, is just going to fly 1, 2, and rejoin the 18th Air in Korea. Well, not rejoin, but just join. The remainder of the 6th Fleet, which is just a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser right now, is going to be moving into P-41. So those TBDs are going to be on that 6th Fleet now. Alright. 2 destroyers from P-14 are moving to P-16. And the airborne infantry from Kyushu is boarding the air transport, and it's flying to Korea, where the airborne infantry will disembark. Lastly, in the 2nd Fleet, which is in P-14 right now, 2 battleships will come out of the fleet and go in port in Nanking. And the battle cruiser is going to be non-combat moving 1, 2, 3 into P-50. And that will cover all... Nope, one more non-combat move to do. The sub from the sub party is going to join the flotilla in P-50. That should be all of my movement accounted for. So we will go ahead and make this a little bigger. That'll do. Alright, so that's what remains in Nanking. Okay. Let's place the buys and collect income. The militia is being placed in Hunan. Two Marines are being placed in Tokyo. Airborne is also being placed in Tokyo. One infantry is in Rihi. 3 infantry and 2 cavalry are in Kyushu. Alright, and with that I should be able to pass the board off to Tactical for his next British Commonwealth and Free French now turns. Before we do that, I will do a quick rundown of where all my units are on the board for Tactical's convenience on a physical board. We'll do south to north. In I-12, we have 1 light carrier. Actually, I need to make sure that's not vulnerable. he can declare war now. I'm gonna... yeah, I'm a little worried about that just being declared war on. So... the destroyer, which transported the Marines to Siam, is going to park in I-12 instead of P-50, and the battle cruiser is going to be in I-12 instead of I-50. And I'll park the 2 coastal subs there too. That'll be good enough. Good enough. I'm sure he won't attack for that. Okay. Sorry, got distracted. So in I-12 we have a light carrier, a fleet carrier, 3 tactical bombers, 2 coastal submarines, a battle cruiser, and a destroyer. In P-50 we just have 3 normal submarines. In P-41 we have 1 naval transport, 3 TBDs, 1 heavy cruiser, and 1 light cruiser. P-32 is empty. P-14 has 1 destroyer, 1 light cruiser. Oh boy. 1 light cruiser and 2 heavy cruisers. 3 heavy cruisers. So in total, in P-14, 1 destroyer, 1 light cruiser, 3 heavy cruisers. Yeah. P-16 has 2 destroyers, and that covers all of my naval units out at sea. Okay, so for land units in Siam, we have 1 marine, 1 militia. Anam Tonkin has 1 artillery, 1 infantry. Hunan has 2 infantry, 1 militia. Okinawa has a seaplane. Volcano, Palau, Carolyn, Bonin, and Marshall Islands all have a militia, as does the Kuril Islands. Nanking has 4 naval transports, 2 battleships, 5 infantry, 1 airborne, 4 marines, 1 mountain infantry, 4 artillery, and 2 cavalry. Hopei and Beiping are empty. Rihe has 1 motor infantry, 1 artillery, 1 infantry. The rest of Manchuria is empty. Korea has 4 fighters, 1 airborne, and an air transport. And then Kyushu has 3 infantry, 2 cavalry. Tokyo has 1 airborne, 2 marines. I do believe that covers everything, and with that, I'll pass everything off, and best of luck on your next rolls.